And of course, I do, as being a ventriloquist, I do a lot of ad-libbing. And I cannot stay strictly on material. I have material to work with, but I have to express my feelings. And with them, they could see my feelings with the children. The children weren't afraid of me with Butch. They were right there, and they went along. And of course, kids were kids, you know. The attention span was a lot better at that time than it is today.
Oh, yeah.
And they stood right there. They were dumbfounded, which is nice.
Now, you work with Butch, and tell us a little bit about what was your first character? What was that like when you were starting? Did you make your own? Can you tell me?
No, this is the first character I started with.
Butch is.
First of all, I got a small one in the beginning. It had a little string in the back that you pull, and then of course went ahead at the Jewel Company in New York. They used to make the figures, and I picked up the replica of Paul Winchell, Jerry Mahoney, and then of course I put the plaid hat on Butch to make it look different. Of course, you know, your own style, and from there on, Butch has been my alter ego.
Well, I understand you did some USO shows.
Yes, I did.
How many USO shows did you do?
I was with the USO out of Rhode Island, and we used to do on the Quonset Naval Air Base, Newport Air Base. I entertained up at Camp Drum, New York. At Otis Air Force Base in Massachusetts, and I was with a traveling Warren Indian Band, which is a USO unit, and we went to different areas like Vermont, New Hampshire, Maine, and put on shows.
Okay.
And Rhode Island, of course, too.
Okay. And when you look back at your career in Vent, what would you say, other than the Kennedy performance, what was one of your highlights? What was one of your favorite?
Well, one of the highlights I enjoyed, of course, Ted Mack was the original amateur. I never, I would say this, I would never say anything about that man. He was one of the greatest person as a friend, like sitting here talking to you. And he took the opportunity to talk to me. I mean, a lot of times, you know how people are, they don't want nothing to do with it. And it was great. And to this day, that was the greatest show that I put on. And you could tell when I was out there, I was relaxed. And I gave it, you know. And what I liked about it was they had an orchestra in the pit, and they used to, and it played No Business Like Show Business. And it was great. I mean, you felt like you were in show business. You know, you had that go.